Okay. So the full moon in Taurus is going to be in your 5th house, right? It's going to light up your 5th house. And with Neptune and um, the moon, that's going to be sextiling, right? So what does sextiling mean? Sextiling is just the Neptune and the moon having a conversation that's going to motivate you to be able to take action for a positive outcome. That's what it's going to do, right? But with the sun, with it trining the sun, you have these 3 things working. You have these 3 planets and these 3 energies working in these 3 houses. So moon in your 5th house, sun in your 11th house opposing, and Neptune in your 3rd house, okay? So I see some things coming about for you. The 5th house is about, it's called the I create, right? And it's ruled by Leo usually. So, well, it is ruled by Leo, but it can have other things in there. So what's this house about? It's about your creativity. It's about what your heart's desiring. It's about, like, it could be writing or reading or like some of the arts. It's about your self-expression coming from your heart, right? Because Leo comes from their heart. So it can be about your leisure and your joy and love affairs, right? And so the moon, when I look at this and see that the moon is going to be in your 5th house with Taurus, and it's going to be lighting this up, I see that these things, for each one of you, it's different. These things can come to a completion. And if you've been working on some of these things, like maybe you're working on trying to open your heart and ready for love again, and I can see where if you've been working on that, that full moon energy could bring somebody into your life, a love affair, right? Or if there's something that brings you great joy that you've been trying to work on and trying to manifest and trying to, like, because you manifest very differently than a Pisces will manifest. Like, if you want a car, you'll go out and get 3 jobs to get the car, right? So if it's a joy of some sort that you're trying to have and you've been working at it, I can see the full moon bringing that to you. I can see you gaining some stuff in this house, especially with Neptune. So let's talk about Neptune for a minute. And I try to do this slowly, but I am channeling, so forgive me for my cadence. So Neptune is the hidden support. Neptune is the other realms. Neptune is like Pisces. It's that 12th house stuff. And so Neptune is the collective consciousness, right? So the emotional mind. And so it's what it will do is it will bring you the divine or the fated stuff, the stuff that's supposed to come to you because, yeah, because you set that on your path, because you did this in another lifetime and you wanted to gain this thing in this lifetime, right? So we kind of aren't consciously aware of what's going to come through with this Neptune, but it comes through, especially when you release on the full moon. Neptune is going to help bring these things forward for you, bring these things to manifestations for you. So I can see you guys having a really beautiful time. Now, for the full moon, you'll feel the effects for a couple of weeks, and then we'll have the new moon, right? So you'll feel the effects for a couple of weeks. The fixed signs, which is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio, they'll feel it for a month, but you guys will feel it for a couple of weeks. So you could have, if you don't have manifestations like on the night of the full moon, you still have like the next 2 weeks. It kind of depends on your aspect, right? So that's in your 5th house going on. Neptune is in your 3rd house. Now, remember, what's your 3rd house about? So your 3rd house is about your expression, your communication, the way that you communicate to the world, to people. It's about, it can be about your siblings too. And it's also where you learn your value, right? It's your everyday, it's not like the 6th house everyday routine. It's the learning of your everyday stuff, right? And so what you do in this house is you learn to communicate and express. And with this 5th house being lit up, you're learning to really, with this 5th house and the moon being focused in this 5th house, I can see you learning to really look inside yourself and say, what do I want, right? Like, because you're so loving, you will give everything to someone that you love and forget about yourself, right? But the universe is asking you with this fifth house to look at yourself. What do you want? What do you love? What makes you happy, right? And with the sun opposing in the I'm sorry, with Neptune sextiling in your third house, it's like they're communicating and saying, okay, what is it that you love? And Neptune is saying, you got to communicate that to the world. You got to let us know. You got to let the world know what you want, right? And we'll help you. We'll support you. So if you're coming from your heart, if it's in your heart and your mind and your soul and it's your passion, communicate that, because I can see where the universe is helping you bring that forth. Okay. The sun is going to be in your 11th house, and that's all about the conscious, the collective conscious, the humanity, technologies. Remember, it's ruled by Aqua, so it's about the group thing. And so that is going to be opposing your moon. So you're going to be thinking about yourself, but you're going to have these, these relationships and your friends and your family that you're going to be thinking about too. And so this trine is going to sort of help you bring that together and bring something forth, physical manifestations. Remember, Taurus wants physical manifestations, and Neptune will bring you physical manifestations, those things that are fated. Okay, so I will do a full moon steps to take. So this can kind of help you set your goals or learn to release or help you release some things so that those blessings can come to you. So let's get started with the tarot. I've done it a little differently because y'all know I'm a Gemini sun and I got to change some things. So what I've done is this is like the stuff that's coming in. This is spirit. This is your emotional state, right? These emotional things that can come in, the way that you're feeling, your mindset, and then these faded things. And then this is the action and the physical stuff. And this is also spirit's advice. Like, this is what's coming. This is what's going to happen, right? And then this card is your romantic card. And then this card is your financial card. Now, I will tell you, again, you Cappies have had it hard. So I want to say, if things have not started clearing up, they will in the month of December. They're going to really clear up in the middle of the month of December, but they're going to start clearing. They should start already, but some of you, it depends on your aspect. So hang in there, Cappy. You're almost done. But you are a Cappy. You can, it's almost like, the turtle wins the race, right? You're slow and steady. So hang in there. It's almost over. All right. So this is your past, present, and future. And by future, I mean late November into December. Okay. So it looks like in your recent past, you had the offer coming in. This was felt on an emotional level, but you were in this state of being overwhelmed. And what do I do? And what's going on? And why can't anything come through? And I could be talking about several areas of your life, because to me, love is that energy that moves through all vibrations, right? And so with this offer, you didn't know what to do, or maybe you were stuck, or you were like, oh, I just don't know which way to go with this. And this offer for some of you was like the thing that you were waiting for, but you were almost afraid to take the steps because you're like, is this really it? Or, I thought it was going to come a different way, or, maybe it didn't come at the right time because I've got all this other stuff going on. Whatever this was, it's like this was your state. And then when you got this offering, that's what you've been dealing with. So it looks like some of you have not made the decision about it. It looks like some of you haven't taken the offering yet. Some of you have, but some of you haven't, because in your present this is the emotional state, and this is the faded stuff. This is the stuff that's coming in. You have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is about making decisions. The Judgment card is about saying, okay, this is what I want, or this is not what I want, and actually making a decision in it. So that's what you're dealing with now. And what they're saying is, their advice is, when you make this decision, this is going to make you happier. When you make this decision, your energy is going to get lighter. You're going to be in that space that you've been wanting to be in. You're going to be smiling, and you're going to be celebrating, and you're going to have family members and friends and your loved ones like in that state where you can celebrate. So there's something about this decision coming from here that you have to make in order to get to this vibration. Because they're saying once you do this, this is going to be you in the month of November. Like every corner you turn, it's just going to be, you're going to be like, wow, that's nice. And wow, I'm at, I love being around my family and I'm so happy. And wow, things are getting easier. And wow, like it's sort of a relief kind of for some of you. That's what I'm feeling. But it has to do with this decision that you have to make. Okay. So, in your future, which is the end of November and into December, it looks like when you make the decision, you'll have to be balancing. Because you have the Two of Coins, which is about balancing, it could be work and family, or work and relationship, or, work and home life, or work and play, or I want to go on vacation, but I really have to do this. And like there's something that you're going to be balancing. And that's what they're saying, is that your state is going to be about, okay, how do I do this right in balance? Like where I'm not overindulging in something, or I'm not underindulging, or like I really want to balance this out, right? That's what I'm seeing for you guys, because their advice is the Palace of Cups. So they want you to, this is a state of mind. This is a state of mind where you're understanding and you're feeling the emotions of where you want to go, right? So do I want to be happy? Do I want to be in love? Do I want both? This is what I see when you're balancing this, is that it's going to make you understand you more, your emotional state more, your state of mind more. I feel like because things haven't gone so well for you, that you're almost afraid with this offering to make a choice, because what if it stops? But you don't understand that it'll just make it go forward even more. And then you come to the planning of, okay, how do I keep this feeling? How do I do this in balance? How do I make myself happy and my loved ones happy? Or how do I make myself happy and the boss happy? Like this can be in several areas of your life. That's what I'm feeling for you guys, is that you sort of get into this state of mind. You won't be taking a lot of action with this, but you'll have this understanding of things are getting better. I am in charge of my world. There is a way for me to love myself and love others, right? In balance. There is a way to have people around me who aren't going to always be taking from me. And me, because I have such an open heart, giving, right? Giving everything and leaving myself nothing, right? So that's what I'm feeling that you're going to be dealing with at the end of November and into December. Again, I feel like a lot of things aren't, maybe some things started trickling in for you guys, but I feel like a lot of things aren't going to come till December. That's when you're going to really start feeling that train revving up and moving. Okay. So, this card is your romance card. So you have the Tower. So for a lot of you, this could be your focus. This could be the decision, because the Tower is about an abrupt change, right? The Tower is about feeling like, oh, I'm not steady, and something's changed. And in your love areas, maybe you got hit with something, maybe you found out about something, maybe somebody did something, maybe you saw the light about something. Whatever this is it's an abrupt change. But what I love about this card deck is that the Tower doesn't necessarily isn't cracked down here where the foundation is, right? It's cracked up here. So it's like, if you've built a solid foundation, if you were really realistic and you were in balance and love, and you were understanding the process about co-creating and about a relationship, and you were taking yourself into account as well as the other person, then it will only crack up to where you need the foundation, or it will only crack up to where you need it brought down so that you can rebuild, right? And that is different phases for different people. Because some people, that whole foundation is going to crumble. But for some people, it's only the top part that's going to crumble, and you're going to have to rebuild. But understand, if you're one of those that has to have it crumble down here, the actual foundation, it's meant for where you're wanting to go. And I know that's a hard thing, but it really is meant for what you've called to the universe, the way that you say you want to be loved, the way that you say you want to love, right? And so sometimes the way that you have to do that is like completely let go of somebody so that you can start something new, or actually completely let go of somebody so that you can find who you are, so that then you know how you want to love and be loved, and then you can start building a new relationship, right? And I know that's a very, very hard for you Cappies, because Cappies come here to love once and that's it. Now they may marry again, and it takes them a long time, but sometimes they don't. But if they do, it takes them a long time to let go of somebody. It takes them a long time, because from their point of view, when I love you forever, and that's that, right? And I'm not saying all Cappies, but I am saying most, okay? So, good luck. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Now, this is your financial card. So you have the Palace of Swords. So you have the Palace of Cups and then the Palace of Swords. So the Palace of Swords is a state of mind. So I feel like you'll be planning how you're going to do this differently in your financial area. You're going to be planning how you're going to do this outside of the box. You're going to be planning how you're going to make faster moves, how you're going to, because like I said, you Cappies can make a fast move. Even though you're methodical, you can think quickly and make the fast move. I just feel like there are some ideas that you have. There are some things in your finance that you feel like, okay, I can bring something in, but I got to change something. And what is that going to be, right? So that's what I feel like it's going to be going on for the month of November. Like you're going to get this inspiration. And again, your 5th house and your 3rd house are being lit up. So inspiration can come through there. Ideas can come through there to make you money, to bring your finances in, to help you let go on the full moon so that you have money coming in, love coming in, situations coming in, like the stuff that you're wanting to come in. I feel like this is about planning for you, so that you can move to that next phase of life. Okay, so the card that I'm going to turn over is the bottom of the deck. This is going to be your overall theme for the month of November. Look at you. You have the Empress. I love it. So the Empress is about that rooted idea or way of living or love affair. Love, I won't say love affair, but love, that partnership, that the way that you see your life, whatever this project is, whatever this thing is that you've been working so hard at, is going to come through. Let me say this again. If you have been working really, really hard on something for a while, and you guys can do this for a while, you have already rooted it, you've already nourished it, and it is going to be birthed. You see that, baby? That's your project. That's your finances. That's your love. That's your family. That's whatever that is for you. In the month of November, making decisions and being in a happier state, planning for the future, accepting this offer is going to help you birth this thing, this project, this situation, this relationship. And that looks like that's what you'll be working through in the month of November. Okay, congratulations. I know it's been a lot of hard work. I know it's been a lot of heartache. And I'm very proud of you. Spirit's very proud of you. Hang in there for those of you that have not had things come through. They're going to be coming through. They are. I can feel that energy lightening up.